Hello, my name is Gordana and I'm usually behind the camera. Oldenburg is situated at Rivers Hunte and Haaren and is the place of origin of the House of Oldenburg. Before the end of the German Empire, 1918, it was the administrative center and residence of the monarchs of Oldenburg. What makes this part of journey special for me is that I get to see my uncle Milan, whom I haven't seen in 25 years, his wife Gudrun, their daughter, my cousin Sandra, and her boyfriend Vetej. A fan of Uncharted, Sandra has offered to co-host the next few episodes.
So moin moin, ihr lieben Zuschauer in Oldenburg. Willkommen in Oldenburg. This year the castle garden will be 200 years old. It's quite famous because one of the guy who belonged to the monarchy, which was centuries ago, he loved to collect the plants and trees from all over the world. So the garden is full of plants and trees from everywhere, and this belongs also to the garden. And especially for the birthday, they put different houses in different colors, and from there you have a wonderful view and a different angle to the garden. Just at the front to see the castle of Oldenburg. That was the castle of the Kurfürst Peter Friedrich Ludwig, and I think it must be at the time around 1725, 1730, and still there's a museum inside. You can go there inside, see different collections of painters, photographies. There are concerts inside, classic concerts, jazz concerts, different concerts, so it's used as well, kind of represents the town. And originally, we have to say, it was a water castle, so it was surrounded by water, and the rest you can see is just a little bit of the Hunte, as I told you before, this little river. There's the rest of it, but originally it was surrounded, so it was a water castle.
Like a moat?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Yeah. Another really nice part here in this inner city of Oldenburg, that's the Church Saint Lamberti. They think that the original part was founded in the 13th century. They began the building or the construction of the church. There are two main styles combined together. That's the Classicism style and that's the Neo-Gothic style. And when you go inside, you wouldn't think when you go inside that everything is round, and it's total simple. It's just white and everything is round because it's open kind to a round place, and you can't see it from outside. But that's the clue of this church. Which is flown throughout the city. It's quite nice actually because it has different arms, so wherever you can go by boat or just beside it. That's really nice. And now you're just looking at the theatre. It's quite old. I think it's something around 1890 was built originally. It's the main theatre here in Oldenburg, and it's just from the outside completely restored the last 2 or 3 years. And you can see all the classic theatre thing you want, but also modern and music. Sometimes musicals or opera and ballets are also to see in the theatre. Here you can see the old town hall. That's the Rathaus, and what is also quite interesting, and that is quite often seen in the northern part of Germany. You see that little crane just above that house, and that's quite typical because they had something to store, because otherwise that was the problem was if there was any flood, because there's always water around. So they didn't store the things in the cellar. They stored the things just at the top of the houses. So, and they pushed it up with a kind of elevator. Yeah, exactly. That'd be crane elevator, and they stored the wheat and everything they needed to eat. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So now we're just in one of many little streets. It's in Oldenburg, but I think in this street it's the best shown way that the Oldenburg city is one of the oldest inner cities in Germany, and it's in a good situation because the town for itself nearly wasn't bombed at all during the Second World War, so everything could stay the same as it was, but you can see it here in the best way.